Hi everyone, I am here to do a flip through of a journal that I made for a swap. This was a swap on Junk Journal Junkies. I think it was called the Use Your Stash swap. So this is made out of chipboard, and it has, I think that's a 2-inch spine. I used an image from a magazine, and then I put appliques and lace and bits and pieces on the cover. I did 2 signatures, and I covered it with tissue paper, and then I put some lace over it. And then on the back, I Mod Podged on a book page, and then I put this gold damask tissue paper over it. This is green seam binding that I found at an estate sale. And I left this front part pretty plain. I liked the paper here. This is actually from a shopping bag. And I liked it, so I just left it. This is scrapbook paper that I had. I used a lot of images from a book that I have that I had made copies of the images on cardstock, and I had like a whole bunch of them, so I used a lot of them in this book. This is dictionary paper. This is old book page, and the pages are really old actually, so I had to use bits and pieces. I couldn't use the whole page. This flips out. This is from a sewing book, like an instructional book from the 80s. Did some stamping there. Coffee dyed paper there. This is stamping on a coffee dyed file folder. Some green graph paper. Did a lot of stamping in here. Doily from that sewing book again. This is one of those images that I was talking about. Made pockets out of this book page, and I glued them together. I kind of took inspiration from Patricia Viramontes. Then I have tags here that I printed out, or little cards, I guess. It was a free image on Pinterest. I stamped this and I cut it out. This envelope has just a card in it for journaling. Some more stamping there. This is another thing that I had copies of that I used a lot in this book. When I make copies of things, or when I do anything, I tend to do it in large batches. So I had a lot of them left over, and I just made a tag to put on the top. But it was an instruction book, or they might have been selling the idea for this pattern, or selling this pattern or something in that book. But I found that book at a flea market. So I used lots of images from there. Some vintage lace there. That's a card for journaling. This is tissue paper Mod Podged on. I actually found this around Easter time at the Dollar Tree, and I didn't know if I would like it, so I just bought 1 pack. But when I used it, I really loved how it turned out, and I went back to get more, and they were all gone. So sometimes it pays to be a hoarder. I really wish I would have found more of these. Vintage lace. Some more images from those books. I really liked how it turned out here when I just glued the image onto the words and then just tore around it. Glassine bag with some more of those images. I Mod Podged over this page because the page was really old and very weak. So I wanted to make it stronger. Some more stamping. I glued a doily there, 2 doilies. This is from that sewing book from the 80s again. Doilies, some more banners. Oh, this is actually a pocket where I put this envelope. Some more of those tags. Then I stuck this in there. I made these tabs out of the envelope punch, and I really liked how they turned out. This is from that book with those pattern or instruction things, and it kind of just summarized everything, so I just stuck that in there. This was cut out of that 80s sewing book, and I liked how it looked, so I turned it into a tuck spot. I made this out of wrapping paper, glued it on. I left this as a tuck spot, and the envelope itself is on this side. This is another one of those tags. And then some more. This is stamping, and printouts from Pinterest. As you can see, I used a lot of these types of images on book page. And I liked how they turned out. So, dictionary page, scrapbook paper. I put, in between the 2 signatures, I put some, I guess, trim and pearl trim there. This is a card for journaling, both done from stamps on copy dyed file folder. I think this is actually an index card, and this one's a file folder. Another card for journaling, and a printable from Pinterest. And some more of those tags. I really like how those tags look. Gives a retro feel, a vintage feel. Some more free printables from Pinterest. And these stickers. I found this at an estate sale where I got some lace. And she was a doll maker. And she had stacks of these. I think I got like 100 of these stickers. They came in 3, and I just tore them up and put them in here. So. Some more of those tags. See, these say, it says how much it is, and then it describes it. And I don't know, I think this might have been the pattern number or something like that, but you used that booklet to go buy these patterns, I think. More of that 80s sewing book page. I really liked how this turned out. Glassine envelope, made out of deli paper actually. And the book page with another one of those images. And then I did an image on the back too. And I spent a lot of time fussy cutting all of these images. It was many days of just fussy cutting. Some more tags. See another one of those stickers. This is a stamp of I guess a pattern type, like a blueprint for making clothes. I just tied these into little bows, the middle of the signature. Some more of those. And this embellished this up a little bit. There's a pocket right there and a pocket right here as well. Another glossine envelope, or deli paper envelope really. Another sticker, one of these. And I also embellished this card up. And then I stuck a couple images of these ladies in here. Did one of those images from that book. And I turned some of those pages from the sewing book into little pockets right here. This is actually one big page, and I just cut them up into different pockets, and I put these in here. I really liked how the envelope punch turned these into tags, and they were really small scraps of paper, so I used up the papers that I really liked. Some more of those. A stamp, did more stamping of that. And this is just paper I got from an estate sale. It looked really old, like the envelopes and everything that came in this package. It looked like it was from like the 80s or before, I would say. Yeah, so that's my journal. This is my very first swap, and I'm really excited for it. This is only my second journal. So my first journal, I did it more of a retro theme, and this one I went a little bit more vintage, and I really liked experimenting with something a little bit different. So I'm excited to make more journals and do more swaps and kind of get more experience with this. So I'm excited about that. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.